Convenience is key, right? Why get a strawberry smoothie and a banana smoothie when you can just get a strawberry banana smoothie? But when it comes to identities and the way that we express those identities, it's a bit more complicated than that. If you're new here, my name is Patrick, and I'm an aromantic and asexual content creator. If you don't know what that means, aromantic means that I experience little to no romantic attraction, and asexual means that I experience little to no sexual attraction. There's actually a term for it when you're both, and it's called Aro Ace. Aro being short for aromantic, and ace being shorthand for asexual. Aroaces also have their own flag, but personally, I choose to use the aromantic and asexual flags. As I alluded to earlier, my reasons for this are a bit complicated. Partly it's from my personal experience and how I experience being Aro Ace, and also partly it's from my role as a content creator. Firstly, as an aromantic and asexual content creator, it's really important to me that everyone that sees my videos feel welcome, safe, seen, and valued. I make videos for aromantics, for asexuals, and for Aro Aces, as well as for allies who are trying to learn more for people who are important to them. So if I were to just use the Aro Ace flag in my content and in my profile picture, then I'm excluding the people that are only on one side or the other of being Aro Ace. The term allo refers to somebody that does experience a type of attraction. There's allo-romantic asexuals. There's aromantic allosexuals. Those people still do experience one or the other form of attraction while still being aspec. I want to make sure that those people feel included in my videos. The words asexual and aromantic represent extremely vast spectrums filled with many unique experiences, myself included. I personally use the two separately because for me, they don't quite match up how I experience them. See, I don't use a microlabel to describe my asexual identity or my connection with asexuality, but I do for my aromantic identity. See, I never had any interest or attraction towards, shall we say, doing it. I never really understood why people did it. I respected them for doing it, I guess, but never wanted it for myself. In fact, if the conversation ever came up about me doing it, I always felt squirmy. See, I'm what's called an sex-averse asexual. It means that I'm okay with other people having that activity and engaging in that activity. I understand that it's a part of life and that plenty of people still do it. That's fine with me. Where I draw the line, what I refer to as my off-ramp, is when people talk about me doing it or the idea of me doing it. That's where that squirmy feeling comes from. So for me, the word asexual has always made sense just as is. But on the other hand, it's almost the opposite for me when it comes to romance. See, I always wanted a romantic relationship. I've had romantic relationships. I've always loved love stories. I grew up watching shows like Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, Gossip Girl, Gilmore Girls. I always wanted that kind of love for myself that I was watching on TV and reading in books, but I never quite found it. And I always thought that those descriptions of how characters were feeling, that was made up and for the watchers or the reader's entertainment. I didn't understand that that was real for people. So learning about aromanticism, I thought I couldn't be this. Yeah, I haven't felt what those characters felt or what I'm hearing other people are actually feeling, but I still want a relationship, so I can't be aromantic. Until I found a term, cupio-romantic. That's somebody that wants a romantic relationship but doesn't experience romantic attraction. So in that way, my identity as being aromantic functions differently than my asexual one does. They don't run along the same track. So to me, using the Aro Ace flag feels like a sort of togetherness between the two identities. Whereas for me, they're completely different and I experience them in very different ways. I can use the term Aro Ace to describe my identity because to me, that's the shorthand of saying aromantic and asexual. And I am both of those things. Where it gets a little complicated is that they don't work the same for me. And that's why I don't use the Aro Ace flag. Thank you so much for asking that question. That meant a lot to me to be able to explain that. And please be sure to follow me, like, share, and comment on this video, and stay tuned for more.